Hello and welcome back to Under the Knife 2. Well, there's only one chapter of the main story left, and quite a bit of ordeal left to go through, so let's get started. Chapter 7, Illusion. Back in Home Sweet Home Caduceus. Episode 1, Secret Patient. While the operations of the medical terrorist group Delphi are being dismantled, it's been confirmed that Heinrich von Reichenau, the leader, will be tried under international law. This news comes as a result of several nations' instances that his crimes were utterly inhumane. In a related story, the Hands of Asclepius is being lauded for the suppression of guilt terrorism. The investigations being conducted on these attacks are reaching their final stages as... Derek. Listening to the news like that gives you mixed feelings, doesn't it, Dr. Stiles? I imagine the entire situation was painful for you. Well, I have my own thoughts on the subject. But for now, I'm just going to concentrate on the thyroid operation I'm performing today. Yeah, I'm glad that guilt terrorism is finally over, but we still got problems. I mean, people are starting to think Caduceus is practically old-fashioned compared to the HOA. We didn't even get any credit for what we did during the raid. That necrosis serum and the PGS medication, the HOA has made themselves quite indispensable. Although, they wouldn't have gotten anywhere if it weren't for us. I guess that's everything. I'll be taking a few days of vacation early next week. I'm sorry I'll be gone while everyone is busy. Don't worry, Heather. You've been really overworked lately, so I'm glad you're taking a break. Besides, we haven't had nearly as many PGS patients to take care of lately. We have our rivals to thank for that. Ironic, isn't it? Yes, and Acropolis Pharmaceutical has been making a lot of big advancements too. Hard to believe that they were subjected to a terrorist attack recently. I know, but it seems like guilt is going to become a disease of the past pretty soon. Treatments for it have been almost completely established now. Oh, could you put those old sheets in the bin over there? Sure. By the way, have you seen the charts for that patient who's coming in? No, and it's weird that we haven't received them yet, since her procedure's already been scheduled. I've already filed 2 requests with the office. I'm going to have to complain. Wow, they need to get their act together. This is confidential information that only key staff members are privy to. No one within the general staff can be notified until the truth of the matter has been confirmed. Well... There are rumors that similar cases have emerged at Caduceus' overseas branches, and now we'll be able to see it for ourselves. Our source on the inside risked his life for this. We're in his debt. I never imagined his investigation on the Juarez case would lead to this. Yes, and it's hard to say what's to come, but the answer has to be found regardless. I think we have to put our faith in Derek. I told him about the operation, but I didn't give him any details on the patient's condition. He has shed light on the shadows cast by guilt before. Hopefully he can do it again. Hey. I wonder why they were so insistent that we perform this operation at night. I heard that the patient is being transported from overseas, so it might be an urgent operation. Still, Chief Cassell kept reminding us not to talk about it with anyone. Doesn't that bother you a little, Dr. Stiles? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's also weird that the patient's condition was never explained to us. I'm sure the Chief must have his reasons. Yes. Chief, we're ready. Alright then, let's begin. After we discuss the patient's condition, you have to begin the operation immediately. Was the onset of the patient's ailment so fast they couldn't even provide us with the charts? Well... The patient's condition did worsen rather abruptly, but there's a reason that we've had to keep this highly classified. Classified? The patient's name is Annie Fisher. She's a professional tennis player. A celebrity, huh? She's gotten popular lately. I heard she's been rising through the ranks. Okay. Yes, but her popularity isn't the reason it's being kept a secret. 10 days ago, she suddenly began feeling pain in her abdomen, so she had it examined. The cause of her pain was finally determined. No, I take it back. We're not entirely sure yet. Wait, what do you mean? Her chiro reaction is positive, but the analysis doesn't match any guilt types known to us. Huh? Then it's a new strain? It's a horrible thing to even consider, but it's too high of a possibility to ignore. None of the regular staff have been informed thus far. What we're telling you is top secret. But why now? Does this mean that Delphi is still out there? We're all curious about it, how it could have occurred, but that has to wait until after the operation. Right now, you need to ascertain the exact cause of the ailment and treat the patient accordingly. Miss Fisher's condition is very severe. Time is running out. I understand. I'll do everything I can. You'll have to make some tough judgment calls here, Derek. Operate with the utmost care. Here's a recap of our patient's condition. Our test results indicate that a number of lacerations have formed on her small intestine. There are two objectives to this operation. Treat the lacerations in the small intestine and discover the laceration's cause.
Be more careful.
We're going into this completely blind, Doctor. Please be careful. Understood.
Let's begin the operation.
Alright, new guilt time. Whatever could this entail to us?
Let's begin the operation.
This looks ominous.
Huh? Detecting chiral reaction.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Understood.
Alright, let's grab the laser and go nuts. Alright, once the core is dispersed here, you have to drag it to the plate without touching these lights.
Wait.
All right. Let's do this.
Please be careful.
Wait for it. Now.
Be more careful. This can't be.
Angie. Understood.
Attack it again. Now, the more damage we deal to it, the more this core will start to turn red.
Chiral reaction is weakening.
And eventually, there won't be any core left to regenerate from. Like so.
Chiral reaction is negative.
Well, that was pretty harmless, wasn't it? By the way, I failed to mention this during Emilio's operation in Chapter 2, but the song that's playing right now is called Confronting the Menace. It's very good.
Great work. Very nice.
Yeah, you bet that was an S rank. Was I really in that much danger? There was nothing wrong with me a few weeks ago, but I'm glad I'm cured now. I must thank all of you.
Hey.
We realize that you're still in pain, Miss Fisher, but we need to ask you some questions. It's important that we figure out how you got this. Anything you can tell us could save lives. Can you think of any aspects of your health that may have changed recently? My health? No, nothing comes to mind.
Excuse me.
Miss Fisher, the disease you had is extremely dangerous. Anything at all that you can tell us could be a clue. Please, don't hold back. No, I really can't think of anything. Your tennis skill has drastically improved over a fairly short period of time, am I right? Is there anything you did that might have affected your ability?
Well,
We may have been able to save your life this time, Miss Fisher, but without your cooperation... It wasn't me. It was my trainer. He said it couldn't be He said it wouldn't be considered doping. Don't worry, we believe you. You're risking a lot to tell us this, and we appreciate it. He told me there was a way I could build core strength, and then he gave me a few injections. He said it was an improved product of the pharmaceutical company that's sponsoring me. The supplement was simply amazing. Every day I was able to feel my body gaining strength and my reflexes getting better. Since taking it, I've been able to master techniques that I only started learning. That's when it crossed my mind that what I was doing might be wrong. Thank you, Miss Fisher. You've been very brave to tell us all this. Do you happen to remember the name of the pharmaceutical company? Something like Metropolis?
what?
You mean Acropolis? It would seem the loose ends are starting to tie themselves. Oh, my Izumi, you are in trouble now. Boy, oh boy. Alright, this is gonna get really good. Oh, thought I hit the button.